This is Dr. Jack Barnathan, and thrilled to have my good friend Danny Beasley with me, author, speaker, innovator, inventor, and, and all around one of the best people that you're ever going to meet. Danny, it's so good to see you today, pal.
Good seeing you as well, Dr. Jack.
Danny is one of those people who, yes, he is a Renaissance man in a sense. And you know what's so great, Danny? You're the Renaissance man who took all of the experiences that you've had in your life,
Mm,
and many and varied, and you put them to work for good.
mm,
Not just I've heard people use the expression putting it to work for me or for my business. You put it to work for good.
mm,
And your first book, The Masterpiece Lies Within, um, is incredibly special. And I've been sharing copies of it with people, corporations, artists that I'm working with. And it's something that can open you up to uh, a bit of a revolution, if you will, that has to do with spirit, has to do with fitness, and the idea that it is within and it can be
mhm.
chiseled and brought out. And
Right.
your upcoming book, Danny, on mentorship, the 21
Mm,
Laws, I can't wait. And Danny, you are somebody, and one of the things, whenever I've had an event and you've participated, and we're already talking about, I'm having a major event in Manhattan, and I've officially invited one speaker so far, and it's Danny Beasley. And uh, you
mm.
as a speaker, when you bring your voice and your thoughts, just share a little bit with people about the kind of things that you enjoy tapping into and inspiring and educating people about when you do speak to a group or an organization or a
Mm.
corporation.
Well, thank you for that question, one, because I think it's part of now I've discovered as part of my makeup, my in purpose for being on this planet is to share experiences, wisdom with people from the life that I've been privileged to live up until this point, Dr. Jack. I've been honored to sit under some incredible mentors such as yourself, and my spiritual mentor, whose name is Dr. Freeman, who allowed me to experience a lot of things that I didn't have to necessarily have the weight on my shoulders to go through, to get into doors and environments that brought out a lot of who I am today. And part of that was being able to be around a lot of different individuals from a lot of different backgrounds, a lot of uh, uh, different experiences in life that I was able to help
Yeah.
through different seasons of their life, and that only came from the things that I've learned and understood when my life ended up changing, for good.
Yeah.
I was at one point, Dr. Jack, I was in jail every weekend. It seemed like, no, nothing major, but my life
No,
was just, I was living life without the governor of wisdom, in
yeah.
place as it should have been. So I would allow my, emotional side to get the best of me, and they threw me in jail, for a weekend chill out period, and this 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 would seem to happen all the time. It seemed like, so thank God I never had to spend any major
Yeah.
events in there, but I was more like Barney Fife in the old school, where they would open the jail and let the drunk come in for the weekend,
Yeah.
and so that was my life for many years until I remember, Dr. Jack, that the last time that I actually had to experience that, I was done. I was tired.
Mm,
I was tired of doing the same thing and experiencing the same cycles of building and having it be destroyed over just stupid decisions that I would make. And I remember being in jail and I broke down crying, and I heard a voice in my spirit, Dr. Jack, like you and I are talking, saying,
Yeah.
either you're gonna serve me or you're gonna see these bars for the rest of your life. And at that point I was completely surrendered to a higher authority, giving me an assignment to either fulfill or continue to do the stupidity that I was doing. and
Yeah.
and I thank God I made the choice to say, hey, I'm done, you got me.
Mm.
What is it that I need to do?
Yeah.
And from that point on, literally after I said that prayer, 5 minutes later, the jail cell, they let me out. 5 minutes later, after I agreed in
Wow.
my heart to really surrender to a higher calling for my life, 5 minutes later, what we used to call him turnkey. If you ever
Yeah.
been in the system, turnkey came and he said, "Hey, you've been bailed out." My mom had at that time put up her house to
Wow.
to get to bail me out. I didn't know, all this was going on, and I was unaware of what was happening.
Wow.
And and from that point on, Dr. Jack, my life transitioned into a place of being of service to others. But before I could do that, I had to go after and seek the wisdom that I needed to correct my own life first,
Yeah.
to find purpose in my own life, to discover the laws that not only govern me in the natural, but the laws that govern my spirit and my soul, and
Yeah.
how to incorporate those and walk in those, and to be obedient and sit under the mentorship of others, so they could teach me the wisdom that I need to grow and develop. And thank God that progressed to where I started teaching children, for years, little
Hmm.
children, 3 to 5
Wow.
years old, and that moved up to teaching teenagers. Then
Wow.
I then I then I progressed to teaching men who were just like the little children that I started.
Hmm.
Just with beards and mustaches. But the principles all uh were similar, but just different flavors in ways we had to approach it. So then I started to learn and discover that money didn't change those things.
No.
Millionaires that would sit under my teaching had the same issues as the bum that was laying under the bridge,
Yeah.
trying to survive. So I found out and discovered that laws, uh, we all are subject to. And thank God now that I've come to a point in my life where I want to die empty. I'm at a place in my life where it's about legacy for me now, not necessarily ambition to build anything for
Yeah.
myself. It's leaving a legacy for those that can pick up a book that I read, or enter a company that I've started, that they can enjoy the benefits and the wisdom that I've gained over the years, and I'm leaving it for them. So I don't
Yeah.
want anything that God put in me to remain in me when I'm 6 feet under and gone on to be at the next phase of where my life is going to take me. Um, but
Wow.
I want to make sure that everything God puts in me is left for the world to enjoy. And so my motto is I want to make sure I die empty, and don't let the grave get what belongs to everybody else. So that's my passion now. That's what I do, and I want to continue to develop the gifting of helping people discover that very thing, that very passion, the things and the jewels that God put in them, to help them get it out of them as well,
Yeah.
so they could die like I die, and that's empty and free and with no regrets.
Wow, Danny. Well, thank God that that turnkey did turn, and that you're here, and that
Yeah.
you turned the corner, and you brought something so powerful. I've never seen you in a room, and you're one of the people who's been most supportive of my work and my uh, desire to touch people and to light fires by which doesn't diminish anything else. And
Yeah.
I'm so glad. And I love what you said about being empty. That there's a quote about it, I believe it's a Zen quote. I'm gonna have to look up who said it again, but it was like similar thought that uh
Mm,
like a good bonfire, we should live like a good bonfire because in the end there isn't even ash left. It's like there's nothing left. It's like you
that's
gave
right.
off that heat, you shared it, and now the whatever ash is there, the wind takes it.
Exactly.
I love
Exactly.
it, Danny. And I'm thrilled. Danny is part of our experts and artisans, are the people who I'm proudest to share and recommend and to bring him into your group organization. Get onto his page, O3G underscore citizen on Instagram, Facebook, all everywhere. His YouTube channel is awesome, including some incredible music, all of it with that substance that is Danny. Danny, this was great today. We will continue. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you, Dr. Jack.